Hi guys, I know it's been a while, but I don't know if that's okay, but let's just get on with the video. So today I'm going to do some yoga. Get ready with me while I do yoga. And during this yoga session, I'm going to go ahead and share a story. A story when I graduated. Okay, let's just get into the video. You're not gonna be able to hear the video that I'm doing yoga with, but I'm just gonna be telling the story while I do yoga. So the day of graduation, was great. However, I want to tell y'all that my teacher picked me to be student speaker. And without hesitation, she emailed me. She was like, "Do you want to be student speaker?" And I said, without hesitation, I emailed her back within the same hour. I was like, "Yeah, of course I do." Because why not, And basically the guidelines were just 5 minutes, but I feel like it was longer than 5 minutes. It was 10 minutes. Everyone loved my speech. Everyone loved my speech, and I'm like, but what the speech consisted of, right? It consisted of me telling my story during the time of going through school. And during the time of going to school was honestly, it was only the strongest could go through that. And only the strongest can go through that, because whenever you set your mind to a goal, right, and you're not gonna let anything get in the way of that goal, and you're gonna be like, yeah, this may be the circumstance, however, This may be the circumstance, however, I'm not letting that get in the way of what I want. And that's the thing, like, you shouldn't let anything get in the way of what you want when you know that's what you want. I'm going to say these affirmations that she's repeating out loud. I give myself permission to relax and rest. Okay, I'm going to be right back because I'm going to meditate. Alrighty, so meditation is done. We're going to continue our story time, right? So basically what I said in my speech, right, was that I'm just going to share it. Okay, so during those 9 months, I don't know if I've shared this with y'all, but I'm going to share this today. Within those 9 months of going to school for physical therapy tech, I had recently, during that time, I was let go of a job, right? But let's not forget, though, that during that time of working there, I was always talking to the physical therapist. I was talking to the physical therapist as a, like, what school did they go to? Mind you, I'm working as a CNA. So I'm asking them, because my passion and what I desire to do for the community and for other people is to help rehabilitate people. Help people regain their physicality. Not only are they regaining their physicality, they're regaining their emotional abundance, they're regaining their physical abundance, they're regaining their spiritual abundance, because some people just think being a physical therapist is just about the muscles. It's also about the things that I've mentioned, right? So that's what I'm mostly about. That's all I'm about. I'm mostly focused on the person at hand, what they're feeling and what they're going through, so when, I guess, God just has a way of moving things around, right? So during that time, they had let me go, and honestly, at that point, I was so, like, done. Like, I was so unfazed, because within the matter of a whole year, right? Because I had lost my car, and then within that same year, I had found a job, and then that job let me go, and then that job let me go, and then that job let me go. It was a lot of jobs letting me go, and I was just like, and then when it came to that one, that was like the camel that was like the straw that hurt the camel's back. That was the one right there. And I was like, okay, all right, well, let's make something out of nothing, and let's go ahead and go to school for physical therapy. Whatever. So I went to the unemployment office, and I was like, I'm trying to find I'm trying to file for unemployment, and then they denied me. And then while I was doing that, I was going to school for physical therapy tech. And physical therapy tech is basically like being a CNA. You know, it's like being a caregiver, but you just know a lot more and how to exercise the patient, and positioning, and different modalities on like which ones heal the patient or help with the patient whenever they have like pre-existing conditions and things of that nature. So boom, so they called me, the school, first the unemployment office they direct me. They were like, oh, this is a school that has physical therapy. It was a physical therapy tech. And I was like, okay, I mess with it. So during that time, I was just applying. I was doing everything. It was like a very fast thing because I had to take a test. You know, the test that they give you in order to see if you're able to be in the course before you are in the course. You know what I mean? The assessment. And I took the assessment and I passed, of course. And then so admissions, it was just really quick, really fast. And even though I didn't have anything, like I didn't have any money, I didn't have anything. All I had was a heart full of determination, a heart full of I'm determined to do what I want to do, okay? And that's where this is why I'm here now. Okay? And then boom, I started. And then they were interviewing me and stuff like that, and they were like, "Ooh, okay, so what do you want to do?" Like, and I was like, "Okay." I mean, I didn't really know at first what I really wanted to do. All I know was that I wanted to be a physical therapist. That's it. Bottom line. Bottom line. That's it. Okay. And then, so basically they were like, so when do you want to start class? And I was like, baby, I want to start class. Like, my mom was there too, right? So I was like, because sometimes it's about, my mom and I, we compromise and things of that nature. So I'm like, Mom, so what do you think? Like, what you think we should, what you think? Like, days and nights, what we doing? And she's like, girl, you should start next year. No, she didn't say next year. She said, girl, you should start next month. I looked at her and I said, absolutely not. I said, absolutely not. And I asked them, when's the soonest I can start? They were like, classes start June 3rd. I said, yeah, let's go ahead. Because this is the same amount of time that I had signed up. And today is May 31st. And I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and sign up. Because I'm not waiting that long. I'm not waiting that long. Just to sit here and, no, I'm not doing that. Absolutely not. So then, fast forward, I'm going to school, like, I'm taking the bus, like, mind you, I had to take two buses just to get to school, because I live, like, all the way on the other side of town, so I'm taking two buses, I'm drinking lots of coffee, just to stay up and not fall asleep in class, right? Mind you, I did have a couple slip-ups, because, I didn't have my coffee. We couldn't afford coffee at the time. So, you got to do what you got to do. You know, even though you know there was no job, you know, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm talking about? So, I mean, I'm gonna admit it was very hard, very hard, very hard. However, what I said was, whenever you want something, you're gonna find out ways to get it. Okay, you're gonna find out ways to get it, no matter. Like all I had was time. Like I had time. Meanwhile, others, they were like, yeah, I mean, life was getting in the way and thing. I'm like, me, I don't care what the heck going on. I got time. I got nothing but time. So basically, like, since day one of starting school, I dedicated myself to like doing that homework. Because that when I saw all that homework, I was like, ooh, chai. Ooh, chai. Ooh, chai. I'm doing this homework today. Because all of it was due either on Wednesdays or Thursdays or Fridays. And I was like, and we had to be there. We had to be at school on like Mondays or something and stuff like that. And I was like, nah. And then I even did some of my homework while on the way home. So, you know, if you got excuses, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. If you have excuses, then I don't know what to tell you. Period. Then I want to tell you that, like, after 3 months of consistently going to school, 3 to 4 months consistently going to school, doing my homework, getting up extra decular early to go to school, catch 2 buses. Now, I missed my bus on the way back home. Like, I already caught bus number 1, but I missed to stop at the designated bus stop. Now, mind you, my brain was, so when I noticed, I got off real fast. And then on the way back, trying to get to a bus stop, I fractured both of my feet. It was October 8th. It was October 8th. I think about like 3:30 4:30 p.m. Fractured both of them. Both of them. But the right one got most of the blow. When I tell you that war cry was crazy, it was crazy. But this is the kicker, though. Even though I fractured both of my feet, I still made time to do my homework. Even though I was out for a week, missing class, boy, that hurt my feelings. That hurt my feelings. But I was missing class, and I was like, yo, I was hitting up my favorite teacher. Shout out to Miss Orovita. I was like, Miss Orovita, can we do a Zoom call? Cause I can't miss class. Like, I'm falling out. I'm missing class. And she, of course, made that happen. She was like, all right, I know. You one of them students. You just can't miss class. You can't. Of course I'm one of them students. I gotta know. I gotta be prepared for competencies. Like, come on. I can't be like, oh, because I can't look at everybody else's notes. Not everybody's gonna have the same notes as me. Not everybody gonna have the same notes as me. You know? because my energy, my writing is so in depth. Like how I understand stuff is like because I'm always asking questions, like asking questions. I'm always asking her questions because I'm like, ooh, yeah, this lit. Okay, but what about this? Okay, but what about that? You know, you have to ask questions, lots of questions. Don't be afraid to drill questions into your teacher's heads. Like, you know, not them dumb questions, though. I mean, not every question is a dumb question. However, you know, that's a whole nother tangent. Okay? So, yes. And then, after those 3 months, okay, it took 3 months for my feet to heal. Okay, mind you, I did have a little like PRN job where I was a shower aide, and you know it helped during school. Like the little, you know, $20 each patient type joint, you know, was enough to keep my phone on type joint, get Chata some food type joint, you know what I'm talking about. Until I broke my feet and I couldn't do nothing. Like how am I supposed to be a shower aide and I have to wear these orthopedic, you know, that's not safe for me or the patient at all. The floor be all wet, and that's not safe at all. It's not safe. So I had to be out of work for a while. And I had to heal myself. And what's interesting is during that time of having fractured feet, I was rehabilitating myself. Now, God working mysterious ways, because like if you can't rehabilitate yourself, how you gonna rehabilitate somebody else? That's how I thought about it, right? So meanwhile I'm going to school, no car, no job, just going to school, right? Fracture feet for 3 months. But did that stop me? Did that stop me from going to school? Did that stop me from getting my education? Absolutely the fuck not. And I just want to tell y'all today, like, don't let shit get in the way. Like, yes, there may be things in your life. There are definitely things that's going to try to get in the way of your goals. Of course, that's going to happen. Of course, that's going to happen. However, if you don't have obstacles, then how are you going to feel rewarded? How are you going to feel rewarded? Baby, sometimes you got to do a couple cartwheels to get what you want to, get where you want to go. Sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you don't. It just depends on the situation. It depends on how long the goal is or how short the goal is, right? Even though 9 months was a short amount of time, that's almost a year of being in school. Okay? That's almost a year of being in school, y'all. My bad. I had to go on a bathroom break. Anyways, so I forgot where I was. However, we're gonna start right here where I'm thinking right now. So, like, after those 3 months, right? My feet healed. I was able to walk, things of that nature. Even though I still had to walk around like House or Pimp Daddy Kane, because I had a cane. And, you know, but that's okay. It's cool and whatever. Then so when my feet healed and stuff, I had fainted. I had syncope, which means fainting. I had status asthmaticus. That's when you freaking pass out from having an asthma attack. Mhm. 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 Then my body was such in shock from having an asthma attack and basically like passing out, and just like they had to do CPR on me because out of breath. I was just out of breath. I didn't have my meds and stuff like that because of the fact I ain't have no job. You see that? Wow. And then while I was sitting in that hospital bed, of course, like, I let myself heal a little bit, before I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, do my homework and stuff like that. Because they shifted me to ICU and stuff like that. Like, I was in the emergency room, and then they put me in ICU. I was on a BiPAP machine. Bro, when they put that thing on me, I feel like I was going in a vortex. I was just like, yeah, get me off of here. And then they had the audacity to be like, oh, you can't take off the BiPAP machine. Negro, I'm hungry. They have food sitting right in front of me, and you don't think I'm not hungry, and you gonna make me sit here and not eat no food? Oh, you have to wait until the doctor. Y'all fucking with me, right? Like, I understand the procedures, I understand, but if your patient is like, I'm fucking hungry, you're not gonna take that off. You're not gonna take that off. You're just gonna let them sit there and let the food sit right in their face and let their food get cold. Right, that's what I thought. That's just me. That's just me as a healthcare worker. That's just me in being in the field. Like, that's just me. Being a CNA. That's just me. Yeah. Okay. Like, anyways. So basically, I was just sitting in the hospital bed. I was in that hospital bed doing my homework, even though my body was like, bro, I'm fucking tired. I was like, yeah, I know you're tired. However, some of this homework we can do. Like, some of this homework is low effort. So, yeah. Some of this homework is low effort enough for me to be like, I can concentrate and I can do some of this homework. Because some of it, I was like, I don't have the brains for this right now. You know why I don't have the brains for this right now? Because my brain was lacking oxygen. It was lacking oxygen. Ain't nobody got time for all that. Nope. Wheezy out of here. But yeah, after that, and that happened during Thanksgiving. So, ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy, bro? I broke my feet, passed the fuck out, doing homework when I broke my feet, passed the fuck out, still doing homework. I get my shit done. That's the attitude that you have to have, is I get my shit done. Okay? That's all it's about. It's all about getting your shit done. Getting up and just getting your shit done. It doesn't even matter what time. I mean, honestly, time doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter as long as you're taking care of your priorities. Bro, you could get up at 12 o'clock, noon, and still get your shit done. As long as you getting up and getting your shit done. That's all that matters. And don't worry about what everybody else doing. You know? And then you might feel like people are trying to be in competition with you because you're in your own lane of getting your shit done. What everybody else got to say ain't got nothing to do with you. It's about what you got to say to yourself. What is your priority in regards to getting your shit done? What is your priority into making your dreams come true? While you're sitting here listening to this story of mine, I want to say that if you weren't prepared, you wouldn't have the opportunity to do it. And that right there is what I want to leave with y'all today. This is what this story is about. This story is about being at the right place at the right time. Okay? That's what this is about also. And the story is also about if you weren't prepared for the opportunity, it wouldn't show up in your reality. If you weren't aligned to that opportunity, it would not show up to your reality. Because time bends to what you want, right? There's a multitude of times I made a decision, right? I was like, man, I'm tired of living like this. I'm tired of being like this. I'm tired. Until I made the decision. I was like, man, I'm tired of my style. Shit, I'm trying to be old money. What old money feel like? Until I started looking at how it's like you don't wait to be your higher self. You hop into your higher self. You hop in it. You don't wait for it to just come true. You hop in that jump. It's just like the mothership. The mothership is she gonna ride past like, hey, you ready? You better not you better not say no. You better not say no. You better, even though you scared, you better hop in that mothership. Because that mothership, the mothership that you scared to hop in, that's the mothership that's gonna take you where you need to go. Period. That's the mothership. The one you scared of. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one you scared of. Don't be scared. Just hop in that mug. Just hop in that mug. Shit. Make sure you take the wheel in that motherfucker too. Be like, step aside. I know where I'm going. Don't just sit here. Don't let a person like me get in the way. Get in the way. Beat you. Even though I'm in my own lane, don't let a person like me beat you at what the fuck you want. A person that had nothing but time, dedication, injuries, health getting in the way, and still on her shit. And still on her shit. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't want to see. My thing is, I don't want to hear no excuses. I'm the type that I don't want to hear no excuses. If it sounds like an excuse, I'm not hearing it. If I hear, oh, that's because a badoo. That sounds like excuse to me. I can't hear it. Huh? You said what you said? Oh, right. That's what I thought. You didn't say nothing for real. That's what I thought. Okay. So that's my story, right? And then, however, I wanna jump to. Being the speaker. You know, this is what this is about. Me being the speaker at graduation, right? So it was just, that's what this is all about. Me being the speaker. And why I was picked. Because of that type of dedication. Because of that type of perseverance. Because of that type of not being afraid to go after what the fuck I want. And whenever you have that feeling, that nagging feeling like, man, this is what I really want to do. And it just keeps bothering you. It just keeps tapping you on your shoulder. Just, hey. That's what you have to listen to. The one that feeling that just keeps tapping you on your shoulder. It's trying to tell you something. Since I was a little girl, I was like, yeah, being a physical therapist is what I want to do. Yeah, being a fashion designer is what I want to do. You have to take life by the cojones. Take life by the cojones. By the cojones. Okay? Slice them bitches off. Throw them in the motherfucker. Play motherfucking football with them bitches. Okay? Yeah, a bull charging at you, slice the motherfucking cojones off and throw them off. Fuck. We ain't got time for all that excuses shit. We ain't got all that time to be scared of nothing. Scared of what? What are we scared of? Nothing. Get your shit together. Alright, y'all. That's the end of the video. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And I really do hope that this story inspired you. It's inspired you, and comment down below. Like, what part of this story of mine inspired you? What part of the story made you want to be like, yeah, I needed this. Yeah, it's time. Let me stop procrastinating. Because this is what it's about as well. Like, don't Don't procrastinate on your dreams, because this is what you want. It's what you want. It's what you want, and you're standing in your own way. And don't stand in your own way. It's not good, because you're just setting yourself back from you shining like a star that you're meant to be, and you're meant to shine. Everybody has their own light. Everybody's meant to shine a different way. And don't let that stop you. Everybody's shine is different from yours. Okay? Alright. Comment down below. Comment down below so we can make some more videos. Alright, alien out.